Well, here's the promised first installment in the series I'm going to make about the ethics and morality of listening to bands that have committed human different damaging crimes. I'm specifically talking about the bands Mayhem, Burzum, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Crystal Castles, and Michael Jackson. So far as I can remember, those are the worst ones. I really like Burzum, I really like Mayhem, I really liked the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I really liked Michael Jackson. I really, really, really like Crystal Castles. And hearing the shenanigans those silly lads have made towards other people is not something I really enjoy to take into consideration when I listen to music. But on the other hand, if you're not going to address the elephant in the room, then it's just going to be keep coming. Horrible English. I'm not going to delve into the crimes different artists have committed or have been convicted of or have been accused of. I will more try to discuss back and forth against and pro and contra of what is ethically correct from my point of view to do. I must admit, when I read about what the guy from Crystal Castle had done to the girl from Crystal Castles, he being 26 and she being 15, I was fucking revolted. And that some of my favorite music by that band, namely the self-titled album from 2008, Crystal Castles, which is a fantastic album, was made through a reign of terror towards a woman in the band, is leaving me nauseated and sick to my stomach in so many ways. And my concern goes towards what is the proper thing to do. Is it to stop listening to that music because it was made in a horrible situation for one part of the artist? Or is it on the contrary to celebrate the art she managed to make despite her horrible situation? This Crystal Castles thing is a bit different than the rest of them because the rest of them had external victims. Crystal Castles was the victim and the victimizer combined. I don't know what I would feel if my sister had been molested by the Red Hot Chili Peppers and I saw people listening to them afterwards and enjoying themselves. Or if my brother had been murdered by Weakness and then I saw somebody enjoy Burzum. I really can't guess what I would, how I would feel. My problem is I like the music of these artists quite a lot, and but I don't want to put money in their pockets. And since most of us are streaming much of our musical consumption. Money will go to those artists, but there I have made a decision that to buy the CDs second hand and listen to them on CD or alternatively make a cassette tape with the artists so that there is no more streaming royalties, however small, going into their pockets for my guilty pleasure. What do you think? Am I just being fucking overly woke and sensitive, or is it me that is being ruthless and just want my music no matter what cost it has had on the victims? I tried to discuss this with an AI just to see what it said, and it was really, really, really cautious about saying anything worth listening to, because it didn't want to offend anybody. My wits end here because it's such a complex thing. I consider the possibility of me listening to the things on second-hand CDs or on cassette tape in the privacy of my own home without involving anybody else. So it's like a guilty pleasure or something. But I think it's in this day and age, it's really important that we, in many aspects of life, consider what our impact on the world is when we consume something. We must remember that whenever we buy a piece of clothing, the production of this piece of clothing involves a crying child in Bangladesh. That's not nice to know, but it's necessary to know, because your consumption, dear Westerner, even when you buy it second-hand, the clothes, they have just been, the whole second-hand market confuses me and annoys me in a bit of a weird manner, because I have a feeling that people would not buy as much clothes if they didn't think they could sell it second-hand. So that the people that buy second-hand indirectly are causing more clothes to be consumed by the first-hand shoppers. So that the holier-than-thou ethos of buying second-hand is somewhat diminished by the truth of them being indirect causes of children crying in Bangladesh. Let me know what you think. It's not to be a killjoy, it's just to be let's all have joy, also the children in Bangladesh and the victims of all those mad people. Sorry to have ruined your day and your new shirt and your playlist with Burzum and Mayhem and Michael Jackson and Red Hot Chili Peppers.